Hi guys, my name is Samuel and welcome to another tutorial video. So today we are going to be working on an edtech platform. So I'm excited and we're going to be using Replit for this custom build. All right, so I'm just going to be showing you this edtech platform is going to be for schools. You can manage lessons, homework, student progress, learning materials, payments. There's going to be role-based access that is teachers, parents, students can all access this platform with various permissions. There's going to be shared family accounts, manual payment tracking, teacher stroke admin management controls, right? So we're not going to be building this as a mobile app. This is going to be a web app, right? There's going to be some AI system and advanced automation doing this. So let's get into it. I'm very excited. So let's get into it. All right. So I'm going to come here, repli.com. All right. And I in our builds, just so that I can manage a Replit credits, I'm going to be showing you the front end of what this will look like. So create the front end only of this without the backend build, right? So we're gonna pick this. So you can see user roles and permission. I have to edit some things here. Okay, so let's go. Let me remove the user roles and permission for now, since that's going to be if we're building as a whole, right? Teacher, restricted access. Okay, this is still user role and permission. So I'm going to be removing all of this, right? What the parents can do, they can upload lessons, track progress. So we're going into the core modules. I'm removing authentication as well. Then let's go to class scheduling system. Okay, so this is okay. Homework management, this is cool. Lessons, student CRM, finance payments, teacher dashboard, admin position. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going to be picking it from here. Um, let's copy that, and I'm going to be pasting it here. Okay, so let's see if I can have a plan. So I'm going to click here. This button is, the plan button for those with pro features on Replit, and this is just going to like do its thing and build. Right. So as some of you know in my former videos, I've been using software, right? But Replit has quickly become my favorite platform, and I think you're actually going to enjoy it. So let's go through the features again while Replit builds. So we have, the core modules. We're going to have like lesson calendar, lesson time, assign teacher, assign students. You get Zoom link meeting link, so you can basically have your classes on this platform, right? You can reschedule lessons and stuff like that. Homework management, you can literally manage your homework, right? Teachers can manage homework for the students, set deadlines, hard files, and all of that. And mind you, because we're building on Replit, we're building from scratch, right? So this is totally customizable to the unique features of your school, right? That's one of the reasons I love Replit. So this is loading. Let's see. I think the plan is ready. So let me preview the plan while I start building. So here, so done looks like this: the class scheduling, we have the homework, we have the materials library, we have the student CRM. Sorry, let me go back to the plan. The student CRM, which is like list of students, assigned teachers, lesson histories, all of the backend stuff for your teachers. You can have them there, so you can tell the teacher to assign scores, um, you know, to a particular student and stuff like that. Then we have finance and payments. You can do that. You can do manual payment tracking. You can automate it as well. Teacher dashboard, admin panel. So all of this is what I'll be showing you in this video has Replit built for us. So Replit is building. Let me go back to our prompts, right? So because this is not a live build, this is not a would I say the complete build. That's why I'm just doing like an MVP, right? So, but generally you would have Replit like build out all the backend and all of that, and yeah, within depending on your skill set in AI and automation, especially using Replit, within a day you can basically come up with something fantastic. So you can see here we have the lessons library, which is upload PDFs and stuff like that, right? Then we have admin features, all of this. Then we have module 6, which is finance and payment. So basically, what I did, you must have noticed that what I did is that I picked, um, you know, there's there's a way I get ideas, right? So I might dump all the features that the client wants, right? And or that I want for the app if I was the one building it. Then I put it into ChatGPT, right? And ChatGPT gives me, something more robust, right? So as Replit works, if there are some things I don't like, I can remove it. So as you can see here, there's no payment tracking here. Payments are still manually tracked, but of course you can make this automatic if you want as well. There's a teacher dashboard, homework, assignments, and all of that. There's the admin panel, so you can have like a super admin, right? That is someone like the principal, right, or like your IT guy that is like the super admin. Then you have your students and the likes. Product positioning. So I want to explain here that this project is a lightweight school operation student management for online tutorings or schools, right? So for online tutorings or for physical schools, it combines scheduling, homework management, student CRM, teacher workspace, and payment tracking into one centralized dashboard. What makes this MVP smart? The scope is controlled. So here we're intentionally avoiding mobile apps, AI, complex LMS features. So we're not integrating AI, we're just building this structure, right? Live classrooms, automated billings, gamification, and all of that. Since it's an MVP, where all of this can be added, right? But we're not doing that right now. So the MVP here, right? ChatGPT was explaining that this is good MVP thinking because the most important thing that schools want is scheduling chaos, homework tracking, communications, etc. Sorry, that's that's the end of it. I accidentally yeah, so and payment visibility. So all of these are things that are inside of the MVP, and we're going to just check. Replit has been built in all the time I was talking. So let's just go back and check what Replit has built. Yes, guys. So I needed to wait some few minutes there, and yeah, Repit's already doing its stuff. I'm just going to show you what it did. So since I'm still doing like an MVP of an MVP, I there's no real authentication yet, so this is like a demo, and you can see you can log in as a parent, as a student, teacher, or administrator. So it has given me some persons to log in with. Of course, when the app is live, I'm going to remove all of this and replace it with a login page. All right, so but what does that look like? What does that look like in actual reality? So I'm going to start with the admin. This is the fuller screen. So I'm going to log in as an admin. And guys, you can just see the power of Replit, um, you know, building from scratch. Here we have the things we mentioned. So this is the school's operating system. What's it's called the school OS, right? So your name of your school and logo will be here definitely. As an admin, you can see all of the recent lessons, active students, today's lessons, pending payments, total students, right? And you can see um, some metrics right there. So here's the schedule. Um, this is students, teachers. So this is for online tutoring, right? So we can see students and teacher, duration, format, status, topic, and meeting link. All right. So we can go on and on to see things like that. Meanwhile, Replit is just reloading it. Meanwhile, we have apart from the schedule, we have the homework, right? So these are homework, different homework that was given, right? Submission analysis via email, where you can say assign homework. Mind you, this was done in a couple of minutes, by the way. Like, that's how powerful Replit is. But of course, if you're going to be building this life, you need to like go in depth and do a lot of customization to what you have. This is the materials library. You can see all the PDFs, all the links, documents, right? So we can pick any of them and basically open them, and images as well. Then the list of students. Here are the list of all your students: new, trial, active, post, completed. Then your finances. So this is like a finance dashboard linking to all of those students. So you can see each student, you can see active and all of that. So put I can change the students to inactive, right? So here I can change the students status, right? So inactive, post, or completed. So all of these are the features that we have with School OS. I'm sure that every school would have one variation of this or another. This what's the word now? This demo is just for like it tilted towards like online one-on-one tutorials, but we can do the same for schools that are like traditional schools where you have different classes, the list of classes, and all of that. Then we can have students have their report cards and stuff like that. So I'm going to log in as a teacher, and this is what we have as a teacher. Am I logged in as a teacher? Let me log in as a teacher. So you can assign homework as a teacher to a particular student. So all of this is one-on-one material students. So we don't have all of those admin stuff here. Then students, as a student, you can, the same dashboard also, but something less. You can see schedule with the teacher. So this is for one-to-one schools, basically, like one-on-one tutorial. So you have like an online tutorial. Thinking about it now, I have a friend that does something like this, and going to send the video to him. So you have like an online tutorial, and like you're tutoring students one-on-one. This is like going to really help you manage your teachers, manage your students, and your entire operations, especially as you go on a large scale. All right. So the other thing, the final one is the parents. Of course, the parents, for the parents, they would just want to see like what's going on with their students, with their ward, or their child, as it were. And this is like they can see the homework, they can see the schedule and materials. So basically, this is just a platform that you can use to manage your entire tutorial, right? So because in my prompts I put it that um i I put it that tutorials or schools, right? So I think I'm going to do another video for traditional schools so that we can see what that looks like with Replit. But with this, you can have a functional, you know app as a as an online tutorial and you can interact with your students and stuff like that. So this is the power of Replit. Replit is still building, it's still doing some debugging and all, but I think I've been able to like show you to a good extent what this platform looks like. If we're going to go live, we're going to remove all of this and we're going to replace it with like active users. So this is a demo of what things will look like. So this is the end of today's tutorial. If you want more tutorials like this, do also follow me on YouTube. Until next time, bye.